Andrew, we just heard about those cultural signposts. Now, when we were sort of discussing this earlier, you're talking about the fact that company directors can kind of put processes and systems and cultures in place before they even have to fill in any application forms at all, and that kind of helps them to stave off any claims arising in the first place. So could you talk through some of those processes that we can do to prevent claims arising in the first place?
Yep, so obviously there are processes within the business, and tech can support that. You need to make sure you understand what process goes through, but because I look at it from basically, can I catch the issue before it becomes an issue?
Yeah.
So in the past, we've done case checking, and so you put in place a kind of risk-based sampling process. You go, well, this one's a bigger case, that one could be more likely, or check that one. But it can also put in, so that sort of guideline and checks can really support making sure that there aren't any things that shouldn't be going through. And that covers things, something I always like to use my car analogies, as you probably noticed already. So in terms of, you're trying to give your clients a direction, you're effectively taking them on a journey. So like the sat-nav, I've got a sat-nav in my current car, which you hopefully can't get into with a wire coat hanger. But it's out of date, and it basically doesn't tell me where the traffic is. So I'm driving through fields directly into a traffic jam. What you actually need to be doing is making sure you have the tech, which everybody no doubt has, which allows you to go the right way and avoids all the issues. So in terms of financial planning, for example, you can use stress tests around the cash flow. So you're constantly checking to see if there is going to be a problem later on. There isn't at the moment, it's fine. You know exactly where you're going, you know you're heading there, but in order to identify potential problems down the road, if you put in those solutions in there, you can start to make sure you reduce the risk, a little bit like the immobiliser, but this time it's a sat-nav for a journey. And so that's basically where you can kind of reduce the risk, which is great, but most of the time that's completely ignored by the insurance